Hi everyone, welcome back to this new lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about tense versus modal. So, first of all, in this lesson, we will cover definition, function, structure, time versus mood, and key difference between tense and modal. Okay, so definition of tenses, modal, function, and structure. In these points, we will discuss and we will difference between tense and modal. Okay, so before starting this lesson, if you are new on this channel, then subscribe this channel to see more videos like this. So let's get started. So guys, this lesson is very useful for you because without modal or without tenses knowledge, we can't create new sentence, or we can't speak English. Okay, so without tenses and modal apps. Okay, so let's move on our first point. Our first point is related to definition of tenses and modals. Okay, so here difference, let's do. Tenses indicate the time. Tenses indicate the time of an action or event. First, and next, modal. Modal are auxiliary verbs that express mood, possibility, necessity, permission, ability, or obligation. Okay, this is our first point, and I think this is all. This is all. Okay, all about tense. Tense indicate time of an action or event, but modal are auxiliary verbs that express mood, necessity, mood, possibility, necessity, permission, ability, or obligation. Okay. Next, the tenses, they show whether the action occurred in the past, is happening in the present, or will happen in the future. Okay, but modal, they modify the main verb to convey the speaker's attitude or perspective. Okay, I think this is our first point. Yeah, and next point. Tenses show whether the action occurred in the past, in the present, and future time. Okay, but modals, they modify main verb to convey the speaker's attitude or perspective. Okay, let's understand with example. Example here. So he runs. He runs. Runs. Main verb is. Oh, main verb is run, but here runs. So you can easily understand, this is a type of simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense, runs. In the simple present tense, we have to add s or es at the end of the verb with the singular subjects. Okay, so here he is a singular subject, singular pronoun, so we need to add s or es at the end of the verb. Okay, so this is right. Next, he ran. Past, because ran second form of verb here. Second form of verb is a second of verb indicate simple past tense. Simple past tense. Okay, next, will run. Will run. So will is a helping verb of future tense. Okay, so will run. Will plus first form of verb. So you can easily understand. Will plus first form of verb indicate future simple tense. Future simple tense. Okay, future simple tense. Here, future simple tense. Here, simple past tense, and here, present simple tense. Okay, present simple tense. So you can easily identify. He will run, future simple tense. He ran simple past tense. He runs, present simple tense. Okay, next, here example of modals. Okay, so he can run. He can run. Here, can shows ability. Can shows ability. Okay, can shows ability. Next, he might run. He might run. Here, might shows possibility. Okay, he must run. He must run. Here, a necessity. Okay, must shows necessity, might shows possibility, and can shows ability. Okay, so here you can easily understand tense versus modals. Modal shows mood, express mood, possibility, necessity, permission, ability, obligation, but tenses indicate time of action or event. Okay, so this is our first and main common difference here, or you can easily understand. Okay, so let's move on to the next difference. Next difference is related to function of tenses and modals. Okay, so tenses function, the primary function of tenses is to establish time and continuity of an action. But modals provide additional meaning or mood to the verb. Okay, modals provide additional meaning or mood to the verb. And next, this is our first point. And next point here, they helps clarify when something happens. They helps clarify when something happens. When something happens means time. Okay. For example, here some keywords: yesterday, now, tomorrow. These are a time of adverb, or this shows time of action. Okay. Next, modals. Next point here, they do not specify time directly but can apply it based on the context. Okay, so here also 2 points here. In the if I talk about tenses, the primary function tenses is to establish the time and continuity of an action, but modals provide additional meaning or mood to the verb. Okay, next point, tenses helps clarifies when something happens, but modals, they do not specify time directly but can apply it based on the context. It depends based on the context. Here context but is very important. Okay, so you can easily understand here also two differences related to time and time and expressions. Okay, so let's move on next. Next difference is related to structure. Okay, structure of tenses and modal verbs. Okay, so tenses involve changes in the form of the verb to reflect time. Okay, tenses involve change in the form of the verb to reflect time. Okay, so here also time is important. For example, write present time. Write shows present time, wrote shows past time, and will write shows future time. Okay, so we have already learned about these type examples in our first slide. Okay, first second slide. Okay, next, modals. Modals remain in their base form and are followed by base form of the main verb. For example, okay, modals remain their base form and are followed by the base form of the main verb. For example, can write, should write, might write. Always, modals always take first form of verb. Okay, first form of verb order modals always take. Okay, next, and tenses change the form of the verb to reflect time. Here, wrote, second form of verb, it shows past time. Okay, first form of verb, it shows present time. Okay, so you can easily understand here. This is our structure related differences. Okay, so let's move on next point. Our next point is related to time versus mood. Here, tenses focus on time, but modals focus on mood, possibility, or necessity. Okay, modals focus on mood, possibility, and necessity, but tenses focus on time. Okay, for example, she studies SOES here. So SOES, symbol of simple present tense. Okay, here, simple present tense. She studied, second form of verb here. Second form of symbol of past simple tense. Will study, future simple tense. Okay, so here tense focus on time. So here, next, modal focus on mood, possibility or necessity. Example, she must study, she must study. You know, I already told you about models. All models always take first form of verb. Okay, so here must plus first form of verb. So must. So here necessity. She must study for the test. Okay. Next, she might study later. She might study later. Here might shows possibility. She can study well under pressure. She can study well under pressure. Here can shows ability. Okay. So you guys understand what the difference between tense versus modals. Okay. So here modals focus on mood, possibility or necessity, and tenses focus on time. Okay, so let's move on to our next point. Next point or key differences here you can easily understand through this. Okay, so here features, tenses and modals. Features like purpose. Okay, so tenses indicate time of action. Tenses indicate time of action, but modals adds mood or modality to the verb. Okay, modals add mood and modality to the verb. Okay, this is purpose. Next, verb change. Tenses alters the main verb's form. Okay, tenses alters the main verb's form, but modals do not change followed by the base form. Okay, modals do not change followed by the base form. For example, okay, tenses example, he walked, past time simple past tense, he walks, present simple tense, will walk, future simple tense. Okay, next, modals, he can walk, he should walk, he must walk. Okay, here can walk, ability, can choose ability, should walk, advise or must walk, necessity. Okay, so here you can easily understand here models focus on mood, possibility or necessity. Here necessity, and here advice, here ability. But here tenses focus on time, past time and present time and future time. Okay, next, contest, time specific contest in the tenses. When we talk about tenses, so contest is related to time specific, but if I talk about modals contest specific meaning. Modals contest depends upon specific meaning, but tenses contest depends upon time specific. Okay guys, so you understand the difference between tenses and modal. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment box, and if you are new on this channel, then subscribe this channel to see more videos like this. So see you in my next video very soon.